Yeah, I agree with you. And so to follow that up, XRP, obviously we're not financial advisors. You've been in it, you understand it. Where do you see it maybe in the short term, just kind of following the market, or maybe in the long term, once it's actually utilized for what it was created for by these financial institutions, where I think maybe what Brad meant when he said the flip of the light switch moment, or Rosie Rios that said, hey, the train has left the station. Where do you see the difference? Like, again, in the short term, XRP just kind of follow the market. It'll go up when the market goes up compared to when it, in my opinion, is utilized and maybe even detaches itself from the market. Because a lot of people then get caught up in the market cap. Well, how much is in market cap, and they don't realize that could change significantly if it's adopted by these institutions, because you're talking about ridiculous amounts of money that could come in a blink of an eye. It's not about retail. I don't think retail is what's going to take XRP to where it's meant to be. Your comments on that?
Okay, there's a lot in there, so let me just say,
take your time.
Let me just say that okay, when people talk about market cap, that is more analogous to stocks. All right. When you talk stocks, you're talking market cap. What we're really talking about is foreign currency. We're talking about currency exchange. We're talking about exchanging the $27 trillion of Nostra Vostra accounts that was there to exchange foreign currencies from one to another using XRP. And when you talk currency, that's literally in the trillions per day. Day. So I don't think we can use market cap when we're talking about XRP. I think that's the wrong way to look at it. We need to look at it in terms of currency, number one. Right. Number two, I think that if you look at the Athey-Mitchnick calculator, which is the calculator that Ripple themselves came up with, and one of those people is over at BlackRock, and in digital assets over at BlackRock. Another one, I think the other one is on the board of Ripple, if I'm not mistaken. So they're very involved in the industry still, but they came up with a calculator which looks at how much money flows every day and from how much time in between each flow. And that calculates how much XRP could be worth. Right. Now, Jimmy Valley did a whole study on the values. And so we have a low valuation, we have a very high valuation, we have everything in between. So, it's not for me to say what the ultimate value can be, but I do think it is a matter of how much is flowing on the rails. And the fact that we got news that Ripple was going to offer a stable coin meant that number just got exponentially larger, because stable coins are one of the most important things to move money in. If you think about how you buy crypto now and how, you take it from your bank account, usually into a stable coin and then into a crypto, or moving it from one place to another, possibly with a stable coin. It's something we use them all the time, right? So there's going to be a lot more flows because of that. Now, the other thing I want to say is that people have written papers on the fact, at least two people that I know of have written papers on the fact that they believe that XRP was engineered to be $10,000 or more based on how many decimal points it has, how many, the 100 billion that are in existence, the drops, the whole thing. Right. So that's their estimate by their research, and that's a very interesting number. I think that is definitely a possibility. That's definitely within the realm of what would make sense. Right. How much money could flow on the XRP ledger. And when Rosie Rios says the train has left the station, I think that means that the financial system is all planned. Everything has to be planned. There's nothing that is taken for granted. There's nothing that happens by chance. When you're talking about money and changing the monetary system, every single thing has to be coordinated, planned. You have dates for things. You have go live schedules. You have all these things with the software and with money flows, and they know exactly when this is going to happen. And I think that it's not a coincidence that the US is the last to bring crypto laws into existence. That's because we have the world's reserve currency, and therefore the other countries are all banding together under the BRICS nations, and they are, getting a currency reset into something of value again and out of fiat, and that will force the world's reserve currency, to have to do the same thing. So I think it's all planned and it's all scheduled, and we're getting close to the point where it's going to become very obvious, in my opinion.